welcome back to Superior Sunrise. As I teased earlier, we are joined by Mr. Rayburn Smith and also the family. We have Joel Smith and Jeremy Richardson. Rayburn, we talk about it all the time. You were on Sunrise prior, kind of, teasing this auction. This really is a family event for you.
It is a family event, and I'm so honored to have my family working with me and to be able to, get all these cattle gathered up and work with these good ranchers, and it's just awesome.
No, it is. And, I was talking to Ralph, a lot of your consigners, a lot of the industry partners that come out here, they've become like family, not just to you guys, but to our staff as well. And it always is like a big family reunion. It's a fun time. I know that you get torn in a lot of different directions, so we appreciate you taking time to come in and visiting and being on. But, Joel, growing up in this industry and walking behind your dad and now, doing it yourself, you've got a new daughter yourself. So talk a little bit about working together as a family and what that means for you.
Well, it takes all of us. It really does, because we're in so many different directions. We got so much going on, so many customers, different ends of the state. When I can't do it, Jeremy can do it. When he can't do it, sometimes we even let him do it. But it just takes all of us to make it work.
Well, and you know what? We're talking about the family. We are missing two, besides spouses, we are missing two very big pieces to this family, and that is Carrie, who has also just welcomed another grandson, and then Miss Emily, who is the boss of it all. So, it really is a family event. Jeremy, son-in-law, happy birthday, by the way. But your dad also is a rep. So talk about being involved in the industry and what that means to you and Laura and your family.
A lot, really. I've been lucky to have good people to learn from. It's help when you have questions, you got somebody to fall back on, and you made an important statement there too. My wife helps a lot. So
no, it is. We know when we can't get at a Rayburn, we know who to go to. When we can't get hold of Jeremy, we know who to go to. No, it really is a big family. And Rayburn, why don't we talk about how long you've been here with Superior Livestock and how you get started?
Oh. Forever. No, I started in 1988. Jim Farley and I went to Fort Worth, and we were both there at the same time. That's the day we started. I think it was like November of 1988.
Yeah. Well, and it's been a long.
January or so. Yeah.
Well, and it's been a long ride. One of the things that we always talk about down here, and I'm going to talk about later in the show, is your consigners and what you've done in this area for the cattle through your time with Superior. You've really increased genetics, VAC programs, and now the cattle from this region really do kind of go all over. That's one of the reasons that this buyer panel has been so important to you, the dinner that we're going to have this evening, because your customers get that feedback from these buyers, and then they go home and change and implement those changes in their program. So what does it mean to you when you look at these cattle, and they're really going all over now, and those changes that you've seen?
Well, there's been so much changes. These kids, they don't understand. When I first started that first year, if a man had 100 cows, he had 5 or 6 or 7 different kind of bulls. It was the biggest mess you've ever seen trying to get a load of cattle. And that first few years, I just didn't know if I was going to survive. But we talked to him about getting, excuse me, if nothing else, just get the same color bulls, just that was a start. And then we got into the genetics and this good Schiefelbein bulls and Jorgensen bulls, and it just changed so much. And now it's really pretty easy, because most of these guys got the right kind of bulls and the right kind of cows, and they shape them up right, and it's just a whole lot easier than it used to be, I'm telling you.
Well, and I really think that speaks to the role that you've had in this region, in this area, and the involvement that you have, and how much your customers really trust and listen to you. And we always enjoy the buyers panel dinner, because it really is a conversation for everybody. They're wrapping us up here. I know that you are all very busy, so we appreciate it. Looking forward to a great steak dinner this evening, and then some crawfish tomorrow night. Thank you all for having us down here in Natchitoches, and the hospitality that we always get, and consigners and reps that have become family. We appreciate you letting us be a part of it.
One more thing.
Yes, sir.
I have another grandson.
Yes, sir.
And Carrie runs a little vet supply business for us, and that's a big part of what we do too.
Oh yes, no, we don't. We definitely don't want to leave Carrie out, for sure, for sure. I don't want to leave Carrie out. No, and a new grandson. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. Well, thank you all very much for being on. Stay tuned. After the break, we'll be joined by John Jeffrey and Bob Burkham with BioZyme.